That was very, very moving. Surprising also. I wasn't sure what it was about at first. But very clearly it's about somebody who's mourning and has lost somebody, and what it's like to deal with that huge empty space in your life once you lose someone that you love. And it was interesting that it was done with AI because at the beginning I didn't realize, and then afterwards I understood, but it's pretty amazing what we can do nowadays.
Wow. Powerful. Beautiful. Sadness. Hope for humanity if people are good to each other. It all made sense when you saw it again then with the lipstick and her in his life. I think AI is best with the surreal, with the waves and the storm inside the house. That was great. But wow, powerful story.
Beautiful film. Beautiful film. Too short, but I guess that's the point. I wish there was more. This could be a long feature film. Super good message. Very well done. Very well done. It's amazing, the power of AI and what can be done. And it's just the beginning, so I think we are definitely in for more of this. The film was kind of a mix of hope and sadness and happiness and everything mixed into one in a very short frame of time. So yeah, well done. Well done. I look forward to seeing more of it. Hopefully it will become a longer feature.
Not expecting this on a quiet afternoon at home. It's beautiful to watch. It's very touching. It gives you a moment of pause to remember that time is vital. So use it wisely and love those things, love those people, and take care of them while you have the chance.
So what is the difference between this and films with true actors? To be honest, I don't know. And I think it's worth having this experience and playing with these new tools. But it's exciting also to see how far we can go. I think it's the artist's decision to use the tools they want, whether it's in films, in music, in movement.
The film's subject matter is very powerful and moving. And I felt a great deal of sincerity in the way the story was told, as if it had been lived by the writer. And that's, I think, what moves me and touched me a lot. I was also moved by the character's desire to write all the things they could have lived together. The idea he has to tell the stories they could have lived together is very, very... It's very beautiful idea. And when the stories are told like this, it's always touching for me. If we use artificial intelligence with real human intelligence, maybe we can use it as a very powerful tool and put it on the service of creativity.
This short film is intense. It quickly grabs you by the guts. You realize how lucky you are to have certain things when you have lost them too late. It's an invitation to be an Epicurean, carpe diem, meaning to enjoy the present moment without worrying about tomorrow. The rewrite tomorrow is exactly what I'm constantly doing right now. It accurately represents what we can experience mentally in such situation. Regarding the fact that it's done by AI, I'm not quite sure what to think. It opens for sure many possibilities.
Overall, I found the creation highly interesting, and the AI generated elements sometimes were difficult to distinguish from a traditional production. The film stories, which highlights to me the inability of people to speak from the heart, resonated to me. I mean, this kind of sense of guilt and the inability to express feelings at the right moment felt, very real to common relationship dynamics. Speaking personally, as someone from a generation where experience are linked to physical action, these AI I feel like a degree of distance from this AI interpretation. However, I still find this development nice, fascinating, and exciting. As a bit of a surprise to me, I was moved and got feelings, even though I know it's IA generated. I felt emotions. I felt sorry for them. I felt sorry for him, especially. And of course, the music and the theme touched me. Sometimes I got stuck in thinking technically how it's possible to make a film just generated out of AI. But sometimes I really got into my emotions.
So in the beginning of the movie, I really noticed all the characteristics and signs of AI. But the more I got into the movie, the longer it went on, we started to kind of forget about those AI signs. I kind of stopped noticing them. The movie and the story kind of took over and got really sensitive, especially since this is kind of a super relevant theme in today's society, with us having so much to do all the time. We're so stressed out, and we have to, or sometimes we let our relations take a hit because of our professional or whatever. The movie, I would say, in a way, that it reminds me of myself and my relationship with the people around me. I have a lot on my plate, a lot going on, and sometimes I feel like it's very easy to get annoyed with people who only want to do good because you have your eyes on the prize. And so it really evoked those types of emotions in me and made me reflect over my approach to my loved ones.
What I can say about this movie is that even though it's AI, I still felt some emotions, which were sadness, loneliness, but there was this breakthrough of fighting that came along, pushing yourself towards results, what you want to achieve, what you want to goals be. So you fight for what you want. Overall, the story was really strange at first, because of what you see. There are different stories about the same day, different ways of showing it, where you don't understand at first, then you understand it better, and then at the end it makes like a story where you could say someone fighting. The movie didn't remind me of anything special, except from the part where you can be lonely at some point in life. You can be sad, so you can feel those emotions. It reminded me of myself, I would say, for some part of this film, saying that I like to fight for what I've got, but I had some times in my life where I felt alone.
It was a bit of a roller coaster for a 10-minute film. you see the opener and you think this man is just a selfish single guy, but then you get to round 2 and see that there's a lady involved, and you still think he's kind of a selfish person, not entirely a good guy, doesn't treat her very well. But it also in the earlier stages, a little bit of irritation, but in a way that, well, it was irritation in any case, until you realize what's happening, the rewrites. And I love a story with a good twist, and this certainly had just that. So yes, it did provoke emotions, several different emotions. Not just, I mean, of course, the obvious sadness at the end. Sadness for him, sadness for her, sadness for a life cut short. I didn't really see... She tried to inspire hope in him, but I'm not sure that he's going to get there, at least not anytime soon. So I'm not sure that I felt the hope that he would be feeling, but it definitely was an emotional ride. The film is AI generated. That's incredible. As someone who has been in the entertainment industry, to me, this is a very exciting time. And to see what you were able to do with this, I really liked the story. I found it to be very original and very beautifully put together. It was absolutely coherent for such a difficult thing to try and explain and to convey. You did an amazing job. The visual quality, it was very beautifully shot. To see what you were able to do with AI in the making of this film, it's mind-blowing. You've done an amazing job.